Hey all, Dominique here with you, head lifestyle consultant and coach at Trinity SS Wellness. I hope my mane of hair is not covering up my earpiece microphone here because unfortunately my front-facing camera microphone has broken. But I wanted to talk with all of you for a moment about an issue that I feel really needs to continue to have light shed on it from every angle. Okay, you guys? It's so important to know what a narcissist is because we're all going to meet one. Something like one in every 25 or so people have serious class B personality disorders like sociopathy or antisocial personality disorder. That's what the DSM calls it, or narcissism. Now, I'd like to first kind of list a few red flags um, that would really typify the narcissist so that you can be on lookout for any narcissists that you might find in your life. My friends, they're very destructive individuals. They're very destructive people. They're not people who possess any sort of sense of empathy whatsoever. They are unfortunately incapable of truly loving or caring for someone. Their goal is to target you, essentially, to get something from you. Oftentimes that something is just simply narcissistic supply. They want somebody to worship them and then to discard you and leave you in a bloody heap on the side of the road. And unless that is something that you want in your life, I would suggest just taking heed of this warning and really keeping an eye out in your life, because that is what I am here to help you do. That is quite literally my job, and that is what I want for all of you, to be safe out there and to be careful out there. So first, let me tell you a little bit about what my clients tell me. And this story, you guys, this is rote. This is almost word for word. When a client comes in that is currently with a narcissist or who has been with a narcissist in the past, they come in and they tell me that they, way back when their relationship began, they met this wonderful, amazing, awesome, beautiful, perfect, insert silly adjective that just absolutely doesn't describe any real person out there here. They met this wonderful, amazing, awesome, perfect person who adores everything they like. They like the same movies, they like the same food, they like the same TV shows, their politics is exactly the same. And really, how many times do you ever meet somebody who likes everything you like? And if you did meet somebody who liked everything you liked, I think it would be because you were looking in the mirror. People are just much richer and deeper than that. And so they met this person who likes everything they like, who started declaring love very early on, maybe after 2 to 3 weeks of dating. Usually it's about 2 weeks into the relationship that the narcissist will start declaring love and trying to pull you in and make you sort of their property. And that this narcissist, this wonderful person that my client has met, basically wouldn't let him have time alone to consider the oddities and the oddness and just, what's going on in this relationship? Like, this is kind of strange. So the narcissist will target you very heavily, and they will not leave you alone so that you can work out that this is kind of off. There's something off about this person. Oftentimes, the narcissist, depending on if they're overt or covert, they will, if they're like a malignant Donald Trump style narcissist, then they'll definitely come forth with a story like this. But usually they'll tell you that they've been victimized. Like my clients will tell me how awful the wonderful person that they just met, that this wonderful person has an awful ex, and their ex is just terrible, and their ex is crazy, and the ex treated their wonderful new significant other, wounded bird, poor thing, so badly. And that they want to be there to rescue this person. Well, firstly, people, again, are a lot more complex than that. Nobody gets to be rescued and sewn back together, and certainly not by someone else. If you're going to be rescued, it needs to be by yourself, by you. You need to rescue yourself. And I would hear that the relationship was just a whirlwind. It took off so fast, and then later down the road, this wonderful, amazing victim savior figure that they've met started slipping. They started becoming irritated when they would all go out for sushi, which they both love so much, right? They both love it so much. But when they would go out for sushi, the narcissist would become irritated or complain or just not want to engage. And of course, my client would think that they had done something wrong or something to provoke that reaction. Well, no, I would tell them, actually, this narcissist was just telling you that they liked sushi when they met you. They probably don't have any genuine likes. They don't have empathy, remember? So they're not genuinely going to be able to really appreciate things in life. And they're certainly not going to be able to appreciate people. So, I would tell them, no, sorry. I mean, they lied to you. They don't like sushi. They've been sitting here with you for months or years, downing sushi like it's going out of style when they hate it. So, of course, they're going to be angry or pissy or upset or withdrawn. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a crazy thing to do, right? And my clients would say, well, that doesn't make sense. Why would somebody pretend that they liked sushi for 12 years. Well, usually it's not 12 years. Usually it melts after about a year or 2 years tops, and their mask starts slipping and coming off. And I would say, look, it doesn't make sense to you because you have empathy. You're an empathetic person. You have genuine likes and dislikes. You are somebody who is a complex individual. They're not. They're simple. They have one want and one need in life, and that's a narcissistic supply, someone to worship them. Someone to help them, fix them, but also someone that they can kind of crap on whenever they want. Somebody that they can put down in front of others. Somebody that they can treat however they want to treat. And of course, they're not going to treat you that way during the idealistic phase, during the honeymoon phase, during the idealization period, but once they sort of have you, they are going to start treating you that way because that was their intended goal all along. And narcissists use people for a purpose, as a means to an end and for nothing else. As I said, to achieve a situation wherein they can take their narcissistic supply and treat you like dirt and blame you for any of their perceived shortcomings or weaknesses. And so yes, they will lie about loving sushi or liking watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer or liking doing couch and Netflix every Saturday night, instead of going out and socializing. They will lie to you about anything, ladies and gentlemen. They will lie to you about anything that they have to lie to you about in order to ingratiate themselves with you. And that's what they do. They ingratiate themselves. You will notice them not making very good eye contact or making a creepy amount of eye contact, a creepy, constant, relentless amount of eye contact. You will notice them studying you. Now, this is not because they like you so much and you're so beautiful to them. This is because they need to know your every reaction, and they're not going to trust your words. They need to read your body language. This, in my opinion, is a skill that they've developed in place of genuine empathy so that they can imitate empathy and they can imitate what other people are doing and feeling and thinking so that they can fit in. They're like actors in a movie, and oftentimes narcissists tend to act as if they think that movies are real. I've met a couple of narcissists in my time, certainly, who have cited, but so and so acted this way in Die Hard, so that's okay for me to act that way. I'm like, dude, that's a movie. This is real life. Welcome to the real world. What? But, you have to understand they're play actors on the stage of real life where everyone else is being genuine. So that is something, as I said, that you have to understand. You also have to understand what their wants and needs are. As I said, those wants and needs are simply narcissistic supply and someone to blame when things go wrong. And you're the perfect source of both of those things. Now, if you need to get out of a narcissistic relationship, and I suggest that anybody who is in one does get out, you can't change the person, you can't make them love you. They frankly, and I apologize for saying this, honey, they never did love you. It's like asking a plastic mannequin to love you. They are not a real, genuine person with feelings and empathy. You are, so you're seeing the good things in them, and seeing those things might make you believe that they love you, but they're incapable of it. And I'm sorry to tell you that if you're in a narcissistic relationship right now. But I do want you to be careful getting out. I want you to seek outside third parties' advice and help. It certainly doesn't have to be me. It's got to be a professional, though. It's got to be a professional. Because extricating yourself from a situation like that could turn violent, or it could just, and I'm not joking or being hyperbolic, it could drive you crazy. You could end up with depression, anxiety, PTSD, any number of mental conditions. So I want you to be very careful in leaving this relationship, and I want you to be, please, don't mention the fact that you're looking to leave to anyone that knows you're a narcissist. Don't mention that fact to anyone. Please try to continue along the same path that you have been with your narc, and don't act any differently with him or her. They can sense even the smallest changes and the smallest differences. They're not evil geniuses. They're not omnipotent or omniscient, but they are more highly attuned to changes in human behavior. Because, as I said, they've had to study it their entire lives so that they can mimic it. So they're highly attuned to this, and I want you to be very careful when you leave. I want you to come up with a plan with a professional, and I want you to stick to that plan. It will save you a lot of trouble in the end. We will do a video on red flags coming up very soon, and if you are in a relationship like this, I want to wish you the best of luck, and I know that you can do it. I know you can get out, and I know, even if you don't know this right now, I know that you will be fine. I know that you will be healthy and happy and well once you get out of this. So I hope that gives you a little bit of extra confidence. And I wish you the best of luck. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back with you very soon. Have a great night.